Except that stopped at Birdie. Yeah, all of them but the Chimbasa parts.
That man hates me.
Listen, I can tell you a lot about French bass trombone right now.
It's got me back on the list. I did. I know that one from ESS. Oh yeah. So, a couple years ago. These guys literally just watching and stuff. So I search for who took the photo. I was just like sitting here like.
Oh, see, that's why I like. One of my friends like, oh, you're not doing the music one? That sucks. I'm like, I'm happy to not be doing the music one because everyone I know would just be taking pictures of me.
Oh yeah.
All of her friends are at the music one.
Oh yeah.
That dude makes a lot of money.
Yeah. Should we Canzona?
Are we gonna Canzona? I don't know.
Which the next one after that, or number 2.
Yeah.
Is this the only Canzona, or I guess
Well, there's the
Burgermaster.
Burgermaster, yeah.
Burgermaster, is that?
Yeah.
Burgermeister.
Never change.
I guess we just start playing. All right.
we
here's
did
the-
it as a reading chart for
Listen.
the entirety of the semester.
I got one vowel. That's enough.
That's, there's a vowel, so it's okay.
I'm not used to the second part. This is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
My high school band director used to always say, "Your tuning slide is right there."
Oh.
Why not?
Why are we working harder?
Yeah. Alright.
Take it away. You're stuck with something.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's- oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just
okay,
a-
okay.
yeah.
You're good. You're good.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3.
Back. Some Earl.
That's what you put in your car, right?
Hey, some
Oh.
There's too many consonants in between. Just all.
You see too much of your Aaron earned an iron urn.
Hey, who say it like that?
Play this one. And we got 10 minutes. Swing, dude. You want to end with Bengal?
I mean, nobody heard it.
There's two families. There are two.
I mean, two angry people in the back. They'll write letters. We'll be
Good.
fine. We'll be fine.
This is the faculty podcast. That one here is in the fact. Well, I guess I am. Currently, right now, Megan's in it.
Jim Bio gets a scathing email saying, "I want to cheat them."
Wait, is she graduating?
Yeah.
But she's playing it?
Well, yeah. Megan wanted to play in Rose.
She didn't want the fancy hat.
No, I think she's not playing. Oh, wait. There's a whole different thing that you're waiting on during the doctoral pudding. So Cross and her are gonna move from the stage so she gets hooded, and then she sits back down.
That's some really cute choreography they're gonna have to do.
Yeah.
I played my own graduation just in the robe
Dude, I'm
in undergrad.
nothing else.
Just the road.
Just there.
Okay, has everyone played this one?
Nope.
Okay.
It's okay.
So, we start out just regular 4/4. At C, it's gonna go double time. Like,
Oh, okay.
so it'll feel like we just repeated the top, but it's written, twice as long. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then it goes
Whole space.
back. Yeah, and then it goes back to the normal feel at F.
Yeah.
So we're all the
We're
way.
always
It gets
feeling-
a little dicey in the middle. But yeah, quarter note just becomes your half note. So it's like bum, 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 bum. So that's why I'm asking you. Digga 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 dum, digga 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 dum.
Well, just a professional now, Glenn.
You're gonna do great. Okay. We'll go a little bit slow. I'll try to guide us through it. But should be easy once you get there, you'll be like, alright. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Excuse me?
That's what I'm playing.
I hope it's your own microphone the entire time.
Yeah, he didn't mute you, dude. Your
Yeah.
reverberations are coming through this.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna say that to what you're listening.
Best advice I've ever
Oh,
received.
Lord.
Doesn't come from
Okay, let me
God,
double
it's
check. So I think after, like, whenever they're ready, we start with alma mater. Is that right?
Yeah.
alma mater for the stage party.
Stage people.
And then flip back.
I mean,
Pump.
gotta do it.
We get a chop break for no national anthem now. Just the singer.
Where is the? Yeah. Okay.
It sucks when you don't have the chop break. It sucks when you don't have the chop break.
Oh, and it's not written out as a repeat anymore.
No, it's just straight there.
Okay.
Oh wait, the
Alma mater.
they said play until we signal to stop. So how do we want to?
Oh yeah.
There's a chance we might have to repeat.
Okay, so if on the alma mater, if they're not ready, we'll just go back and start at the beginning. And we'll end at. No, we can't start at the beginning.
You want to just do the last
We
phrase?
can start pickup to
You want to do pickup engine?
Measure 3, yeah. That's a spot we can.
Yeah. So we'll loop back to pick up the measure 3.
So yeah,
Where do we want to stop?
that's what I'm looking. I think we can stop at 9, 10, 11. We can stop at 19. Then we can stop again at 27. God forbid.
Yeah.
Yeah. At
Okay.
11, I think he and I do change the chord.
Say
So if we stop at 11, he and I stop on 3.
cool.
We do.
Just
Just
hold
fancy.
tonic, whatever you.
Yeah.
Wiggle your fingers till it feels right.
Well, I was gonna say if we stop there and y'all end up hearing changing notes, that's why.
Cool.
Yeah. You're just gonna get pissed.
Yeah. I'll play it like I do the alma mater. Okay. I think we can do Bank the Sanger,
Yeah.
and then we'll. Hey, jeez, man, chill.
I'm just gonna preemptively.
Okay, take 2.
How many flourishes can we put in this one?
We might stop this one at one of those cadence ones. All right, here you go. Sorry, they're starting. So we can go to the alma mater real quick. Sorry, guys. All right, here we go. 1, 2.
and friends, faculty and staff, please rise as we welcome the LSU Law Center class of 2025 as Pomp and Circumstance is performed by the LSU School of Music Brass Quintet. Good morning. My name is Elena Allen, and it is my distinct honor to serve as the Dean of the Louisiana State University Paul M. Hebert Law Center. On behalf of the students, faculty, and staff of the Law Center, I'm excited to welcome each and every one of you here today to our 2025 Hooding and Commencement Ceremony. To open our ceremony, I invite you to remain standing for our national anthem, performed by Hannah Johnson, a member of the 2025 graduating class and the LSU School of Music.
At the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Hannah. That was beautiful. You may please be seated. It is now my pleasure to invite Benton Alford to the podium to offer the student welcome. Benton is the executive president of the Student Bar Association for this academic year. He is a proud graduate of Catholic High School and went on to earn his degree in political science and philosophy from Tulane. Please join me in welcoming Benton Alford.
Governors, state legislators, congressmen, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, judges, senior partners, parents, spouses, and the current Speaker of the United States House of Representatives, and a few faces on billboards along I-10. All alumni of the Paul M. Hebert LSU Law Center. But there is one thing we all have in common: the feeling of watching the clock with 2 minutes left in class and thinking, yes, I am going to make it through this class without having done today's reading. And then Professor John Devlin calls your name. Your stomach drops, and of course, saying, I don't know, will not get you out of this one. However, there is one distinction that our class has over all of the others. After waking up on the last day of November, our 1L year, nervous and having no idea what to expect, we went to the Law Center to take our very first law school final. Just as we were about to begin the exam, the school announced that the final was canceled. Some of us celebrated because we got an extra day to study. Others, however, would have rather taken the final in the hot and sweaty classroom rather than wait another day. But all of us left the building that morning and called our parents and our loved ones. So, thank you to all of our parents, friends, and family for supporting us through the tears, missing Thanksgiving dinners, and constant stress throughout our time at law school. As that experience demonstrates, the legal profession is not just about the work of one individual person. The law is complex and has many moving parts. During my Eagle Scout Board of Review, I was asked a question: how do you make a peanut butter sandwich? This is an easy one. You just take 2 pieces of bread, smear some peanut butter on each one, and smash it together. Then I was asked, where did you get the peanut butter? How did you get to the store? Who did you pay? Who delivered the peanut butter and bread to the store? When you think about it, making a peanut butter sandwich is not so simple after all. Many people are involved in what seems like such a simple process. The word law is so simple. There is an A smashed by an L and a W, but there are thousands of ingredients, people, that make the legal system work. We are now a part of this community. Judge Papillon, an LSU law alumni and federal judge here in Louisiana, once told me that after practicing law in Louisiana for 30 years, that he has seen time and time again that LSU law graduates are just built differently. There are high academic standards at this school that challenge you and push you to well past what you thought was your limit. This academic hardship explains why so many LSU law graduates know how to succeed in multiple different career fields. Employers know that when they are hiring an LSU law graduate, that they are getting a lawyer who knows how to work hard and think on their feet. Maybe Professor Devlin's cold calls pay off after all. We have all heard the saying, it is not what you know, but who you know. Our goal in the LSU Law Student Bar Association this year was to foster a lifetime of professional friendships. Many other schools have student bodies that just show up to class every day without engaging in any major social events. LSU Law is not like that at all. We put on many events and social activities that have made a lifetime worth of memories. We have made many memories together, such as seeing Professor Goring in the UREC every day, memorizing the entire civil code for Professor Lonegrass's final, to the copious amount of baseball facts for Professor Galligan's lectures, to learning about wine law in Lyon, France from Professor Church, to volunteering at local charities with the Public Interest Law Society, to witnessing Judge Holdridge lose the tiebreaker for first place in this year's Birdies and Barristers golf tournament, to watching the sun set over Tiger Stadium during our last Barristers Ball. Now, as the sun sets on our time here at LSU Law, and as the sun rises tomorrow on our journey in our new legal careers, let us not lose the connections that we built during our 3 years here at the Paul M. Hebert LSU Law Center. Thank you so much to Dean Allen, our professors, the entire faculty and staff, and especially thank you to the LSU Law Class of 2025. It is now my pleasure to welcome everyone to this year's commencement ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Benton. Now I'm pleased to introduce some of our special guests who have joined us today. Would each of you please stand as your names are called? Representing the LSU Board of Supervisors, Rico Alvendia and Ramey Starnes. The Honorable Mike Johnson, Speaker of the United States House of Representatives, Class of 1998. Today's commencement speaker, the Honorable Piper Griffin, Associate Justice of the Louisiana Supreme Court, Class of 1987. Thank you. You may be seated. I'd now like to take a moment to recognize some of the people who make the LSU Law Center such a special place. First, our faculty. These are the scholars, teachers, and mentors who form the heart of our academic community. They challenge and inspire our students, guide their growth, and model the kind of intellectual rigor and integrity that define the legal profession. Please join me in applauding our outstanding faculty for their deep commitment to our students and to the mission of the Law Center. I also want to recognize our adjunct faculty, all of whom are listed in our program. These distinguished attorneys and judges bring invaluable real-world experience into the classroom. They generously share their time, insight, and practical wisdom, making our students' education even richer. Let's thank them as well for their important contributions to our community. And last, but by no means least, I want to express my deepest appreciation and thanks to the incredible staff of the Law Center. They are the ones who keep everything running smoothly, often behind the scenes, and they are the reason this commencement ceremony came together. Many of them are here with us today. Please join me in giving our staff a heartfelt round of applause for all they do, not just today, but every day. Now, I'm pleased to announce the recipient of the 2025 Professor of the Year Award. Each year, our graduating students select one member of the full-time faculty whose teaching, support, and impact stands out in meaningful ways. This award reflects not only skill in the classroom, but also a deep commitment to mentoring and guiding future lawyers. This year, our students have chosen Professor Tom Galligan. Professor Galligan holds the Dotson and Hooks Endowed Chair in Maritime Law, along with the Odom and Edwards Distinguished Professorships. He began teaching at the Law Center in 1986, went on to serve as Dean at the University of Tennessee College of Law, and later as president of Colby Sawyer College. He returned to LSU Law in 2016 and served as our dean, and then went on to become the 27th president of LSU. This year, he's taught torts, constitutional law courses, and admiralty law. And in each of those courses, he has reminded us what exceptional teaching looks like. His clarity, his passion for the material, and his deep care for his students are unmistakable. He challenges, supports, and inspires in equal measure. Please join me in congratulating Professor Galligan and thanking him for the energy, insight, and generosity he brings to our students and to the life of this law center. For just the second year, our students also selected an Adjunct Professor of the Year. Adjunct professors are an important part of the Law Center's ability to provide a robust legal education. And this award also honors one such professor for outstanding and innovative teaching and mentoring of law students. The 2025 Adjunct Professor of the Year is the Honorable Guy Holdridge. Judge Holdridge has graciously answered the call to teach part-time for much-needed courses in Louisiana civil procedure. Please join me in celebrating our 2025 Adjunct Professor of the Year, Judge Guy Holdridge. Finally, I am pleased to announce the 2025 Staff Member of the Year. The students have selected Ms. Norma Morrish, an Academic and Energy Law Coordinator, as this year's winner. This award recognizes superior work performance and outstanding contributions beyond standard job expectations in providing services to the Law Center and its students. Congratulations, Ms. Morrish. Congratulations to all our winners. While commencement marks the beginning of something new for some, for others it marks an end. Today, I would like to acknowledge Professor Leanne Lockridge, who will retire as this academic year concludes. Professor Lockridge joined the faculty in 2005. She teaches and writes in intellectual property. Her intellectual property courses include Introduction to Intellectual Property, International Intellectual Property, Advanced Trademark Practice, and she also teaches contracts to first-year students. For 3.5 years, from January 2020 through June 23, she served the Law Center as its interim dean. She has had a significant impact on hundreds of students, and the Law Center will forever be in her debt. Congratulations on your retirement, Professor Lockridge. And now, I would like to introduce today's keynote speaker, the Honorable Piper Griffin from the Louisiana Supreme Court. Justice Griffin is the very definition of a servant leader, a trailblazer, a mentor, a jurist, and a tireless advocate for justice, education, and community. A proud, lifelong New Orleanian, she is a graduate of Xavier Prep, the University of Notre Dame, and the LSU Paul M. Hebert Law Center. After more than a decade in private practice, she was elected to the Orleans Parish Civil District Court in 2001, where she later served as Chief Judge. In 2020, she was elected to the Louisiana Supreme Court, representing District 7, and following in the historic footsteps of Chief Justice Burnett Johnson. Justice Griffin's impact goes far beyond the bench. From teen court to the Marinette Society, from bar associations to legal education, she has led with distinction and vision, often breaking barriers, including becoming the first African-American chair of the New Orleans Bar Association's Young Lawyers section. She considers her appointment as the state's constitutional law bar examiner one of her most meaningful accomplishments. And true to form, she used that role not only to uphold high standards, but to open doors, recruiting and mentoring the next generation of bar graders and examiners. Justice Griffin's leadership continues at the national level. She currently serves as Vice President of the Louisiana Judicial Council Foundation, Secretary of the American Judges Association, and an active voice across numerous professional and civic organizations. Her list of awards is long, but what stands out most is her unwavering commitment to lifting others up. She is a church leader, a foster mother, and a mentor to many. Justice Griffin's life is a powerful example of what it means to lead with purpose, serve with humility, and use one's platform to build a better future. Please join me in welcoming Justice Piper Griffin to the podium.
Good morning, and thank you, Dean Allen. Thank you, faculty. Thank you, staff. Thank you to all of those here on the dais. It's amazing because as they honored Dean Gallagher, I don't know if you know this, but you heard that I graduated in 1987, right? I was here and was taught by him, so we share something, my last year of law school. It is indeed an honor to be your primary speaker here this morning. And it is a privilege to be able to impart a few words to you, the graduating class of 2025. Congratulations, you asked for it, you went for it, and you got it. You have not only survived the rigors of law school, but the rigors of the LSU Law School. Though I have not attended the same LSU that you attended, I know the reputation, I know the challenges that have been befitting to you, and thank you, Justin, for stealing some of my thunder. For I understood many of the things that you said, being called on at the last minute, thinking you got to pass. Understanding that your professors require much, understanding that there are relationships that you have, in fact, built during the course of your 3 years that will follow you through the rest of your lives. And understanding that you stand on shoulders, for LSU has produced, as has been noted, great lawyers, great judges, professors, businessmen, and yes, even Supreme Court justices. Your name, class of 2025, will now be added to the legacy of what is LSU law. And now, armed with your law degree, you're prepared to take on the bar exam and move into the next phase of your life, and to serve as officers, workers, students of this legal profession. And as I congratulate you, I look around this stadium, I also must congratulate your family and friends, because they have been part of this journey, they have been part of the struggle. I know firsthand that there have been many sacrifices that they too have made to help you to get to this point. So why don't you give them a hand and thank them for all that they've done. Again, I say congratulations. As I considered what would be the focus of my message to you this morning, many things came to mind. I considered talking to you about my personal journey, for I am probably my ancestors' wildest dream. First, the success of graduating from the University of Notre Dame and LSU, becoming a lawyer, and now the reality of sitting on the Supreme Court as the only woman and one of 2 African Americans. I also considered giving a more intellectual speech that focused on the rule of law and showed you that you're poised to enter a noble profession. A message that perhaps piggybacked on something that may have been said by retired Judge Bernice Donald, who served as the speaker for your Rubin series. Lastly, I considered reminding you that your professors have imparted much knowledge, and now you must go forth, taking that knowledge and using it to do good. In the end, I decided that I would take just a few moments to help you to focus on this moment, this day, this time, and what it could mean for you. In doing so, I will try to interweave a little bit of my journey with some perhaps intellectual challenges, but at the same time, reminding you where you've been and encouraging you to allow your past to serve as a classroom for your future. In the next few minutes, I hope to dare you to be the best you that you can be. As I pray that something I say will not only help you navigate this next phase, but also help you to run this race, a race toward legal greatness as you chart your path, armed again with the knowledge, the fortitude that you have received as you have become an LSU law graduate. To be clear, this is not a roadmap or a checklist. Just some thoughts to encourage you to chart your path with intention, with focus, and with an eye to your future. So let's get started. As you take the next step following law school, I challenge you to remember your why. Webster, which is the Google before Google for those of us who remember Webster, defines why as the reason, explanation, or purpose for doing something. The question for you should be, what is the reason, purpose, or why you chose to attend law school? Maybe you come from a long line of lawyers and this is your first step in joining the family business. Or maybe you found yourself completing college and was trying to figure out what's the next step for me. Maybe I need to go to grad school. And you looked around and you said, law school, it might be fun. Or perhaps you were working and you're an alternative student who spent some time in the workforce and you said, there's gotta be something better. I'd like to get a better job. I'd like to earn more money. And again, that law degree might make it happen. Or maybe you're an idealist who sees the legal system as broken and has problems which perhaps you, with your intellect and your desire to make a difference, maybe you said, I can be that cog in that wheel to help get things done. Or perhaps it's a combination of one or more of these or other reasons that I have an enunciation. Whatever your reason, I really do challenge you as you graduate today to remember your why. My decision to attend law school was fueled by many things. As I graduated from the University of Notre Dame, I really had no idea what I wanted to do. My mother told me I needed a job because I had student loans. I was not ready to get a job because I liked being a student. And I looked at graduate school. I even considered going abroad and being in the Peace Corps because I really did want to make a difference in my community and in this world. In the end, I looked at law school because someone reached out to me. I'd taken the LSAT as perhaps something to have in my back pocket. But as I applied to law schools and accepted the opportunity to come to LSU, I said, this might work. Armed with a law degree, perhaps I could kill a few birds. My mother said I needed a job, and a law degree might allow me to make a decent living. These were my whys. These ideas led me to want to be a leader in both law school and in my community. They encouraged me to volunteer with the Bar Association and with civic organizations around the city and around the state. So as you graduate today, you should find yourself at a crossroad. a crossroad where, armed with your new law school degree, there is currently a shift in the narrative. This shift is an opportunity for you to begin to realize the dreams and aspirations of what can be successfully won with the right focus and determination. It is at this crossroad where you must make what I call real life decisions. I wish I could tell you that the rest of this journey is going to be all downhill. You've done the hard part. You've gotten the degree. However, that is simply not true. The fact is that the legal profession is a great profession, but not a perfect profession. There will be ups, there will be downs. You first have the heel of the bar exam. Once that's accomplished, you have the rest to deal with. Many great leaders throughout history have been lawyers, but those leaders have consciously chosen not to practice law. It was because their law degree was important in their why, but it was not the end all for their why. They chose, as we have said, to be businessmen. They chose, as we've said, to do other things such as politicians, governors, mayors. As you fulfill your why in this profession, you will have to rely on your decisions with courage. Courage is important to any lawyer. You might say, but I am not that courageous, but I would beg to differ. The simple fact that you find yourself today graduating as a member of LSU's 2025 law school lets me know that you have courage. For it takes courage to first apply to law school. It takes courage to attend and succeed at law school. It takes courage to sit where you sit today. Courage in law school was demonstrated by perseverance, by showing up to class, prepared or not prepared, by making sure that at the end of the day you succeeded in doing what needed to be done to be a part of this graduating class. When I began my first year at law school, and I don't know if they still do this, I remember going through orientation and having the speaker say, look to the left, look to the right. One of you will not be here on graduation day. Like I said, they probably don't do that anymore, but just the act of hearing that puts fear. And I'm sure as you look across your graduating class, there are people who began with you 3 years ago, who unfortunately are not sitting here today. Your decision to persevere despite perhaps the fear that was you had on the first day of class is courage. And as you move forward, I will warn you that this same courage is needed as you enter and progress through the legal profession. It is a courage that requires you to apply your intellect along with your mental and moral strength, and I'm going to stress moral strength. On behalf of every client you have the privilege of representing. It is a courage that will require you to make right choices, even when those right choices are difficult choices. For me, courage has been the driving force that motivated to want me to sit at tables where I could hopefully make a difference, not only in this profession, but also in this country and in the city where I am, and in my family, because that's important to me. Today you honor one of my mentors, Dean Allen. That's Guy Holdridge. He knows, and if you look at some of the syllabus for many CLE programs, you'll see that often it's Judge Holdridge, myself, and another judge, Judge Tiffany Chase, who I'm also very close to, who have an opportunity to talk about procedure, where we are, where we're going. And I mention that because you, as you begin this profession, will need mentors in every aspect of everything that you do. Look for them. There are lawyers who are willing to take you by the hand and to lead you through this profession in such a way that you too can be a great success. Who knows where your courage will take you? For right now, I will suggest to you that the sky is the limit. You simply have to be willing to put in the hard work, to move through this profession with integrity, for your word is your bond, to understand that even as you may have knowledge, it requires not only knowledge, but wisdom. To understand that to whom much is given, much is required. And your law degree is a much. For there are very few lawyers in this country, even though people will think there are many more. Louisiana tends to have more than the average, but I'll tell you that across this country there are many legal deserts where people don't have an opportunity to be represented by capable people who have knowledge, experience, and are willing to take their matter on. Lastly, as you remember your why and move forward with courage, I ask that you also strive to understand the profession you have chosen to become a part of. This profession comes with much stress and pressure. You must choose how you will handle those potentially negative aspects. Know your limits and strive to do what you must do to stay on course and to achieve the success that you want with your why. As stated by a great American lawyer of the civil rights era, Attorney Charles Hamilton Houston, a lawyer is either a social engineer or he is a parasite on society. This quote recognizes the important role that lawyers and the legal profession have played throughout the fabric of this country and history. It is also a warning that the knowledge and power you have gained throughout your 3 years in law school can be used for good or not so good. Lawyers were there participating in the writing of the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, both of which are not only the linchpin of this great country, but also provide the protection of the rights and liberties that we all hold dear. Our Constitution has survived for more than 238 years. And lawyers have helped that survival, ensuring that no matter what storms have come, both foreign or nationally, those principles remain true. Lawyers have the privilege of representing parties on both sides of the V. And we who monitor the profession demand that they do so with eyes not only on a successful outcome, but also with the goal of protecting the integrity and sacredness of the system. Again, this is not an easy task. It is sometimes a tightrope, for you have been taught to think in the gray. That's what I call it. People who are not lawyers don't understand how we can represent clients who potentially are guilty. People who are not lawyers don't understand how we can choose to make a living from a profession that sometimes seems to not even like itself. People who are not lawyers don't understand that we move because of our why. Our why is understanding that we have an imperfect legal system, but one that can and should protect everyone, no matter what station, no matter what the facts are. Everyone should have an opportunity to succeed. As you practice the profession, I charge you that your goal should not only be to win, but to do so with grace and with dignity, befitting the reason why you became a lawyer. For if you fail to do so, you may find yourself with a law degree, but without the ability to practice law because of the choices you make. As I close, I want to once again remind you to remember your why. For remembering your why will encourage you to be proud of what you have accomplished today. It will allow you to focus as you study for the bar exam. It will guide you as you begin your first job and become a new lawyer. It will remind you to practice law with integrity, as well as encouraging you to do so with your head held high, with a determination to succeed, and with the knowledge that you are where you are meant to be. Congratulations, class of 2025. Again, welcome to the legacy of becoming an LSU Law graduate. Enjoy this moment, and I will see you at the next new lawyer swearing in. Congratulations again.
Justice Griffin, we appreciate your time and the wisdom that you have shared with us today. I will present a gift to you at the end of the ceremony. Thank you. And now, we come to the time you have all been waiting for, and the main reason we are here today. On behalf of the faculty of the Law Center, it gives me great pleasure to present these degree candidates for the Juris Doctorate degree, the Graduate Diploma in Comparative Law, and the Master of Laws degree. As directed by our staff, degree candidates will come to the stage to be individually recognized. The reading of the roll will be called by Associate Dean for Student and Academic Affairs, Andy Carroll, and the academic hooding will be performed by Jake Henry, Assistant Dean of Students, and Professor Tom Galligan, the 2025 Professor of the Year. As our graduates begin making their way to the stage, I want to take a moment to explain the academic regalia you'll see today. Graduates and degree candidates, the robes you're wearing have bell-shaped sleeves and 3 velvet chevrons. These mark the achievement, or soon-to-be achievement, of a doctoral degree. In just a few moments, you'll receive your academic hood. This is more than tradition. It symbolizes your advanced degree and honors your scholarly and professional accomplishments. The colors of the hood tell a story. The purple and gold inside represent the Louisiana State University. The trim is royal purple velvet, the color reserved for the field of law, signifying that law holds a place of honor in our system of government. The placing of the hood over your shoulders is a ceremonial gesture marking your official transition into the legal profession. It's a moment of tradition, dignity, and celebration. Wear your robes and hoods with pride as you cross this stage today. You've earned them. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Laws. Sophie Garance Arroy. Gabriella Mary Julia Gabi Belaish. Julie Aurelie Biram. Roman Demaray. Her N. Meshkat Faroki. Layla Fortas. O'Reilly and Claire Godet. Lisa Emma Harrison. Shaikul Islam Imran. Eugenie Marie Zoe Motet. Celine Nodin. Zami Edewunmi Owodani. Charlie Albert Thomas Robb. Agat Schneider. Rafia Tani. Candidates for the Juris Doctor or Juris Doctor and Graduate Diploma of Comparative Law. Justin Benton Alford, Jr. Mary Elizabeth Allen. Justin Joseph Anderson. Brandon S. Andrews, Jr. Erica Apana. Nicholas Andrew Ashton. Ashton Paul Austin. Hannah Grace Babin. Kate Elizabeth Baudouin. Michael A. Beck. Rory Alexander Blackmore. Cade Michael Blanchard. Grace Catherine Bordelon. William Connor Brady. Avery Ruth Bragg. Tyler James Lewis Brewster. Thomas Drake Brignac. Chris Taylor Bromley. Matthew Broussard. Elizabeth Ayers Bush. Jennifer Bird. Patrick Calhoun Jr. Megan Ann Carlson. Alexis S. Carmichael. Brendan Henry Carroll. Hannah Johnson Cathy. Tyler Chance. Marie Claire Sheremy. Brent B. Clement. Mallory Combarel. Kenley Renee Conyers. Emily Jewel Cook. Graham Patrick Core. Emily Nicole Cormier. Casey Lee Craighead. Kelsey Cross. David F. Davenport, Jr. Carl Anthony Davis III. Catherine Elizabeth Day. Caleb James Delat. Ashley Elaine DeMint. Georgia Honor Durhack. Lauren Elizabeth DeVinzio. Jackson T. Devine. Sukriti Dungal. James C. Dixon. Francis Hutah Dawn. Phyllis Elliott Dore. Aiden M. Dowdy. Jack Ducote. Ethan T. Dupree. Raphael Barney Eaglin III, second. Sorry, a second. Justin Edwards. Summer Elgarani. Marchevis Ellington Jr. Gary Duval Fagan. Mitchell Eric Fillinger. Courtney Fowler. Thomas Bishop Frederick. Rebecca Jordan Fuller. Christopher Robert Gardabled. Joel Gill. David Andres Gonzalez La Luz. Logan Reese Goodwin. Madeline Claire Graves. Taylor Geis. Daniel Gunn. Caroline Elizabeth Hardy. Cole Harrington. Peyton Harris. Daniel Joseph Harry. William Clay Hartman. Ryan Howe. Allie Caroline Hawkins. Anna Caroline Haynes. Ramon Monty Hedges III. Maya Amari Hemingway. Macy Elizabeth Harriman. Alexis Nicole Hoffpower. Mary Claire Ollier. Michael Jason Howell. Hannah Elizabeth Hummel. Emma Louise Irvin. Asia Jackson. Blaine Jeffrey Jacob. Nathan Andrew Jago. Benjamin Michael Jester. Cody D. Jones. Keely Megan Jones. Summer Cecilia Knight. Joshua David Cobran. Madeline Claire Kraus. Andrew Lividay Kubel. Carly Elizabeth Cullivan. Paul Michael Laborde. Elena Grace Lacey. Christian Henri Lacoste. John Richard Landry. Taylor Madison Landry. Mary Catherine Langley. Catherine Jane Lant. Brenna Evan Loga. Madison Ray Laurendine. Dalen Nicole LeBlanc. Gabriella Alexa Lasses. James Alexander Ledoux. John Thomas Lejeune. Raina Catherine Lejeune. Andrew Christopher Levy. Victoria Augustine Lewis. Thomas Taylor Sutherland Mackey. Virgil Ray Magruder, Jr. Rini Miriam Manankara. Let that in. Jace Charles Markentel. Benton Craig Marcotte. Trevor Bryce Martin. Colby Ryan McGinley. Blake Melanson. Kayla Kennedy Myers. Lauren Camille Miller. Lewis Edward Miller. Sarah Elise Miller. Monisha Lene Miller Becknell. Claire Elizabeth Mansour. Julia Grace Montgomery. Grant M. Murphy. Reagan Elizabeth Tun Wynn. Kenneth John Nilsson. Noah Ormond. Patrick F. Owens. Claire Elizabeth Padilla. Jason R. Parker II. Tori Dawn Perry. Danielle Patrice Payne. Philip Joseph Pierce. Desiree D. Perkins. Hannah Ruth Perrette. Arthur Edwin Perry III. Kaylee Howie Pham. Morgan Lynn Pilcher. Evan Polazzola. Cassie Marie Prater. Caitlin Michelle Prescott. Victoria Florence Ramos. Patrick Reed Raymond. Hunter Patrick Reinhardt. Murphy Andrew Richard. Patrick Dalton Riley. Lane S. Robichaud. Eric James Roshak. Tara Elizabeth Ann Roussel. Christina Maria Ryan. Raven Messiah Sanders. Lindsay Ray Sassone. Samuel Allen Scheinthal. Albert Richardson Schofield V. Jack Bradford Schoolfield. Adam H. Cicada. Christopher Joseph Provost Sherlock. Derek Lyle Schoenbarger. James Nicholas Smith. Carly Blair Smith. Parker Willis Smith. Shelby Wynn Smith. Jason Christopher Spell. Logan Kyle Starkey. Lauren Wales Stop. Benjamin James Stringfellow. Sarah Elizabeth Schwach. Austin Gerald Taylor. Rachel Caroline Taylor. Troy Taylor. Derwan Philando Tharrington. Susanna Finch Theus. Owen Daniel Thibodeau. Jonah Neal Thomason. Jackson J. Todd. Marissa Merle Torres. Yeah. Kaylin Michelle Treadway. James M. Truitt. Kathleen Vasterling. Samuel Velasquez Welches. Robert William Vetter. Victoria Selden Vicknair. Charlize Dion Walters. Jasmine S. Ward. Blaine Race Warren. Dalton Gage Watts. Anna Elizabeth Wellen. Hannah Grace Williams. Randy Rochelle Williford. William C. Wood III. Philip T. Young. Mary Madison Zeppernick. Kent Michael Zarang.
Congratulations to the class of 2025. As we near the end of our program, I am pleased to introduce Louisiana's State Public Defender, Ramey Storns. He leads one of the most vital systems in our justice landscape. He oversees the public defense system across all 64 parishes, representing nearly 88% of individuals accused of crimes statewide. His leadership sits at the intersection of constitutional mandate and human dignity, ensuring that the right to counsel remains a reality, not just a principle. Before taking on this statewide role, Mr. Storns served as an assistant district attorney and also had a diverse legal practice, handling both civil and criminal law matters in state and federal courts. His career reflects a deep understanding of Louisiana's legal terrain from both sides of the courtroom. As a native of Baton Rouge, Mr. Storns earned his undergraduate degree from LSU in 1993, majoring in political science. While at LSU, he was a member of the football team, contributing on the scout team as a defensive lineman, bringing grit and perseverance to the field, traits that have served him well throughout his career. He holds law degrees from both Loyola University and Tulane Law School, an academic path that mirrors his commitment to public service and legal excellence. Mr. Storns was appointed to the LSU Board of Supervisors for a second term by Governor Landry in 2024, following his initial appointment by Governor Edwards in 2018. His record of public service also includes being a charter member of the Louisiana Public Defender Board and serving on the Louisiana Capital Punishment Fiscal Impact Study Commission. Mr. Storns brings a deep commitment to justice, public service, and the mission of LSU. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Storns.
Thank you, Dean Allen, for your very kind words and for the distinct privilege I'm going to begin with recognizing our special guest. Speaker Mike Johnson was elected in October of 2023 to his high office in only his 4th term in Congress. The soonest someone has ascended to that role in 140 years. The role of Speaker is one of the most prominent and important roles in our entire country, having an impact on foreign affairs, domestic matters, and every other important decision our government makes. Speaker Johnson is a native of Bossier Parish, where he is also a 2-time LSU graduate. His undergraduate degree was in business administration, and his law degree, his Juris Doctorate, is the same one each of you now hold from the LSU Paul M. Hebert Law Center. I remember when he was elected Speaker, and we all knew him here in Louisiana. But he introduced himself to the world in a television interview he granted to a prominent national cable news organization within a week of his election. I remember seeing it along with millions and millions of others. Interesting to see who the new Speaker of the House was. He chose to conduct that interview in his office. He sat at a chair and a reporter sat across from him. But prominently, strategically, intentionally, over their shoulders was an LSU football helmet that he had placed on a coffee table for the whole world to see. He was communicating to everybody who was watching who he was and how proud he was to be an LSU Tiger. I want to take this opportunity to thank you, Mr. Speaker, for representing us so well, for taking the opportunity to tell everybody who you are. At this time, I'd like to invite Speaker Johnson to the podium to give some remarks to us. And I would like all of you to join me in welcoming him back home to LSU. Mr. Speaker, thank you.
Thank you. I'll be very brief. Thank you, Remy, so much. Thank you so much, Dean Allen. What a great ceremony this has been, and I want to thank Justice Griffin. That was a really great commencement address, and I've heard a bunch of them. And I want to tell you, of course, that our Professor Galligan taught us in the class of 1998 as well, as did a number of these esteemed professors here who are still on this stage. And I want to thank this extraordinary faculty for sowing into multiple generations of LSU lawyers. Can we give them a hand, the faculty? Thank you so much. Remy, thanks for noticing. I did put the LSU helmet right there, strategically placed, because this university means so much to me. I'm the first person in my family to go to college, and LSU and the LSU Law School gave me the opportunities that I've had. And you can't ever forget where you came from, guys and ladies. It's very, very important. It's a special thing to be here today, to be among the stately oaks again and the broad magnolias, to be able to hand a LSU law diploma to my own daughter, Hannah. Really meaningful thing for our family, and it's special to be here. I'm not going to speak long. I just want to give you two very brief thoughts. Number one, next year, our nation, as you know, will celebrate our 250th anniversary in this grand experiment in self-governance. Yeah, that's an applause line. Everybody in this auditorium understands, in this Assembly Center, that we live in the greatest nation in the history of the world. We are blessed by that, and it is up to us to keep it. Freedom is not guaranteed. It's tested by every generation. I am so comforted, I'm so encouraged to see this bright group of graduates who will now carry that mantle forward. You're the next generation of leaders. I know you don't take it lightly. I hope you never will. You have to stay fully engaged. You've got to lead with honor, as As Justice Griffin reminded us, you got to remember your why. That's an important thing, because you have to carry the torch forward for future Americans. And all of us together have this responsibility to preserve what Lincoln and Reagan called the last best hope of man on earth. It's no small thing. Last, and maybe on a lighter note, I'll leave you here. For anybody who's stressing over your big plan or wondering what's next, don't worry, okay? You don't have to have a perfect 5-year plan. You don't have to have a perfect morning routine. I've never had either of those. And it really doesn't matter in the end. Life is pretty simple. Just be faithful. God has a plan for your life. I know that. I hope you know it as well. Every moment of your lives is a choice, and I just want to encourage you, leave you this thought. Follow this very simple formula. Choose to work hard. Choose to focus on today. Every day has enough problems of its own. And be faithful in the little things that you're given, and you can leave the rest to your Creator. That's the formula. That's all you got to do. Thank you so much, Dean Allen, for inviting me to say a few words. God bless you all. Congratulations to these graduates. Forever LSU.
Thank you all again, and congratulations. I'm going to be extremely brief. There's only 3 more things I'd like to tell you. First, enjoy this day, and enjoy the process. The next step for almost all of you will be taking the Louisiana bar exam. Enjoy that process. I did. It was one of the most fun experiences I've had. That sounds so odd. Taking the exam wasn't very hard either. And I really did enjoy that summer, this period between now and July. Now, once you handed the exam in, I was sheer terror about what was going to happen, and the next couple of months waiting was hard. But the process of preparing was not. I encourage you to come up with a plan. Start now with a calendar. Plan what you're going to do every day to prepare for it, and you'll embrace that, you'll enjoy it, and you'll do well. I took a bar review course. We did in the morning, studied the outlines, and did some readings in the afternoons. At night, I did old tests, planning out how to do it. Go through the process. You'll be ready, and you'll do well. The second thing I want to tell you is that this is a noble profession you're going to enter. You've heard that a million times. But it's only noble because of that we make it that way. I encourage you all to be reminded every day this is a profession, and you're expected to act professionally. That means being prepared for what you need to be doing, showing up on time where you're supposed to be, and extending professional courtesies to opposing counsel. The legal profession is inherently one of conflict. No matter what the issue is, you're going to find some people who say, take one side, and other lawyers who will take the other. We trade in conflict. We live in times of conflict, deep divides. It's going to be the legal profession who's going to demonstrate the way to handle life with conflict. You need to make the decision to be professional, be prepared, and to treat people with respect. The last thing I want to tell you is I'm the state public defender, and thank you for recognizing that, Dean. And I'm very proud of that. We represent over 146,000 people a year in Louisiana, and fight hard every day to protect their constitutional rights, to hold the state to their burden of proof. We're always looking for new people to join our ranks. If any of you are considering or wondering what to do, or considering litigation in any way, contact me. I'd like to speak with you about becoming a public defender. One of the things I do know is whatever path you choose, graduate from this school, you're well prepared for it. I wish you the very, very best, and go Tigers.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, Mr. Stearns. Now I would like to welcome to the stage Julia Montgomery, President of the 2025 3L class, who will deliver the class farewell. Julia hails from Lafayette. She graduated from Lafayette High School and LSU with a degree in communication studies, and today she received yet another degree, her Juris Doctorate. Welcome, Julia.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to start off by thanking everyone for coming to celebrate with us this morning, and by giving special thanks to Justice Griffin for taking time out of her schedule to come speak with us. I'm Julia Montgomery, and I'm proud to have served as the 3L class president for the LSU Law class of 2025. When we walked into orientation 3 years ago, none of us knew just how important our classmates would be in our lives. 20 years ago, we would have been told to look to our right and to our left, and told that at least one in every 3 of us would either drop out or fail out. But instead, we formed a supportive community and are graduating together. We've gone through all of the traditional law school experiences together, like fighting for parking spots, having finals rescheduled because the building is 90 degrees, and getting stuck in the elevator. In our reality, the good memories outweigh the bad, and I'm proud to have gone to LSU Law and to know all of you. The summer after 1L year, the Barbie movie premiered, and we heard the words, "I worked very hard, so I deserve this," for the first time. In the grand scheme of the movie, the line wasn't very important, but I've carried those words with me since. Many of us came to law school after an academic or professional career where we and those around us came to accept greatness as the standard. For many of us, law school has been the greatest academic challenge we have faced because of the rigorous course loads and the necessity of putting in countless hours to truly understand the material. It's easy for us to feel defeated if our grades weren't what we were used to before law school, but at the end of the day, we put in the work, we learned more about the law than we ever would have expected, and we crossed the stage this morning. Everyone in this room has worked very hard, and we deserve to be proud of our accomplishments. Our friends and family who have supported our law school journey probably did not realize just how insufferable we would become when memorizing the elements of torts, or how little they would see us for the month leading up to finals each semester. For that reason, I think I speak for every graduate when I say thank you for tolerating and supporting us through all of that chaos. As we begin to study for the bar and treat our summer like it's final season, I hope everyone is able to remember that we have come very far in our legal careers. Going into that next chapter in our journey, remember the most important thing we've learned over the past 3 years. The days will feel long, but the years will feel short. Congratulations to the LSU Law class of 2025, and thank you for allowing me to serve as your 3L class president. I'll see y'all in the library this summer.
Thank you, Julia. Congratulations to each and every one of you. We wish you well as you go forth. We hope your careers and personal lives bring you happiness and great satisfaction. You will always be a part of the LSU Law family, wherever you go, and we hope you will return to your home here on campus. Would the class of 2025 please rise? To signify your new status as LSU alumni, you may now move your tassels from the right side of your tams and mortar boards to the left. As we conclude our ceremony, we ask all guests to depart the PMAC through the portal from which you entered and to meet your graduates outside the PMAC. Graduates, you will recess 1 row at a time as directed by Law Center staff. Watch for your cue, please. And now, I am pleased to present the class of 2025. Congratulations.
Thank you.